In our efforts to make our building completely ADA code compliant, we are obviously building an elevator shaft. It's a 4,500 pound car. We're using Otis Elevator, as we always do. They're the best in the business. And here, if you take a look into the pit, you can see the bottom of the existing foundation where the new foundation meets. And right there is where we met ledge. We have other photos showing the ledge, but what we were able to do, thanks to a very good job by Gomes Construction, handled both the excavation of this pit as well as the foundation work, is we were able to undermine the existing foundation and build new up from that. So as we scroll up, you'll be able to see that this elevator shaft will consist of 2 existing masonry walls right there going all the way up the shaft. And then if we come back down, you can see how the 2 new masonry walls will sit on the 2 intersecting new concrete foundation walls that are about 16 feet tall. So that may not look like a lot, but a lot of very technical work, a lot of safety went into this, and we are finally out of the ground. We will be starting the laying of the masonry block and the staging of for this project next week. And my goal is to get this thing up and in about 2 weeks, and then we can turn it over to Otis Elevator and they can work their magic. Out here in front of the old St. Peter's and Paul School, you can see just the beautiful, beautiful stonework that fortunately will be able to keep on this building. We do have to take some of the religious information down, and as well as the artifacts, but all that is built into the building in the way the masonry by law can stay. What we're going to do is kind of just clean up and restore not only the landscape but the facade of the building. We're going to restore the bell, put the bell back. Hopefully we can steal it back from the diocese as they took it on me. And then here on the right is interesting. This courtyard we were able to maintain, but right on the other side of this wall here of the courtyard, we poured, and we have another construction site going on with the elevator. And what we were able to do is cut that wall back on the other side to maintain this wall. Otherwise, this wall comes down, and the front yard is the same as the side yard. We were able to keep it up, so now we essentially have 2 different uses and 2 different barriers to create that use. So let's take a look inside the building. Building was built in 1923, but has gone through a bunch of different renovation projects, including structural and reshaping of the partitions. The good news is that the partitions were all built after hazardous materials were used, so everything is relatively modern in here that we're working off of. So let's take a walk through. We're about 3/4 the way through our process. Some of the most intense work is actually in these stair towers front and back, and we've got this one already prepped out. You can see we've restored all of the handrails, and now it's just a matter of putting a final coat of paint on the walls going all the way up. And you can see that we're in the midst of that right now. Down here on the floor, we're going to have to put new plywood throughout the whole first floor, because the way the diocese did this, they had carpet on particle board. You cannot put tile on particle board, so we're going down with a whole nother sheet of wooden plywood to go down so that we can properly put down our luxury tile as well as our VCT. Here to the right, when you take a look at this window, it's going to be converted into a door to our elevator. So this little area is our elevator drop-off to the first floor, and on your left there is a vision panel, so that the folks in the reception office will be able to keep a handle on who's coming and going through the elevator, as well as video for them to check out. So over here we took 1 bathroom and we made 3. And again, this is what we do. We do a lot of this, but we also have to do it to code. And if we take a look here, we've got 2 toilets. This is the girls' room. You have 2 toilets coming out here, and then here on the left, we've got a sink. So 2 toilets and a sink for the girls' room. We're going to have beadboard going up 48 inches off the floor. We're going to have subway tile up to 7 feet and an acoustical ceiling at 9 feet. Let's take a look. This is the boys' room. Not sexy, but it is a type of thing that takes a lot of thought, and we have to be exact with our dimensions. Again, from left to right, toilet, urinal, sink, floor drain. And we are all ready to go with the finishes now, as well as leveling off the floor. Make our way down the hallway. You can see we have put new lighting in everywhere, high efficiency lighting we did for the tenants. And we also are storing their lockers on the exterior of the building in a pod right now, but this is what we'll be putting in the hallway. We have to fire patch a bunch of existing penetrations in the ceiling above the grid, but essentially we're cleaned up, we're ready to go. As we pass by, we rebuilt the reception area so that folks are going to be received here in the corridor. In this workspace that you see here is administrative workspace for the new high school. As we come down here to the left, this is the new nurses' headquarters, equipped with their own ADA compliant toilet room. So this is the third toilet room in a set of three. What used to be one, and you can see toilet, sink, nurses station. And again, we took everything out of one classroom, and we divided and tried to make the best use of space. This is the assistant principal's office, and he's got a waiting area here through the window for students to wait for him, and for him to be able to monitor students that are being isolated for whatever reason to do additional work or whatever they do. Here is a look at our job site plans, some of the notes that we make. But essentially this is what becomes the as-built, and we'll tighten all of those out when the final program has been built, and then we'll do dimensions and we'll be on our way. So we walk out here, we got the waiting room. This is a full classroom. It's about 900 square feet. Our sprinkler contractor used this as a staging area. We're well on our way to getting this cleaned up, and as soon as their supplies are out of here, the carpet comes out, the plywood goes down, we change the ceiling out, and we're done. New door here. New classroom here, and again, not reinventing the wheel. We've got new work that we have to provide on the teaching wall, which is blocking for a new projector, providing power and technology. We'll patch that all in, and that will be our teaching wall. Here is the new lighting that we have throughout the building. And now we're into the back corridor of the first floor. There's an interior set of classrooms and a looping corridor here in the back of the first floor. And this space is the future home of a robotics lab. The teaching wall, you can see the blocking and the technology up there. We're changing these lights out, but again, new floor, finish the walls, change the lighting out, we're done. All of the existing windows, even though they're a little bit old, we've restored them, we've changed trim pieces, we've greased up some of the mechanical parts of the windows, and we've gone through every one of them. Again, another administrative office where we were able to essentially combine two different rooms, take some closet space out of a storage room, and now this is a breakout area. And again, where administrators can monitor the students in this room. And then in through here, we have a teacher workroom that we're going to kind of beautify a little bit and give them a work table over here, which they have their own bathroom, and a sink for coffee, and a microwave for lunch. We come back here now. We were essentially at the back of the building, and let's take a look. We'll run upstairs real quick and get a little bit of a look at what we're doing up there. We've completely restored and painted the railings, the risers, the walls. It's their colors. They call it Red Sox blue and blood red, so go Sox. But you can see the vastness of these towers. These towers actually go 4 stories apiece, basement and 2 floors plus a walkout onto the roof. So 4-story stair towers all the way up, and it took a long time to get these stair towers. We spent a couple of months on each one in the front and a couple of months on the back. But this is the finished product. And here we are going to turn over about 1/3 of this 2nd floor in 2 months to Argosy. We've got some code compliant work to do in here, whereas these doors do not meet code. They're not wide enough, so we have to widen this door. We have to widen this door, and we are going to put, again, the same type of thing, but luxury vinyl tile on the floor, beadboard and subway tile above, and we will reorient the fixtures for them to be more code compliant. Here you see 4 urinals, we only need 2. As we take a look into the future science lab, kind of an exciting project for both Argosy and us. And we're real happy to be able to deliver this. This is a 1,200 square foot classroom, so much bigger than a typical classroom. And you can see the props on the floor are the location and sizes of the science lab tables. So we have a fair amount of work that we need to do to plumb these up and to provide juice to them. But clearly enough space in a very well lit area. And if you take a look at some of the plan, that's pretty much what it's going to look like. As we walk through our basement, I'll describe to you what we've got. Again, we're happy to be able to provide this, but you can see we're still in the rough stages down here. This is the future home of a home economics kitchen. So essentially a residential style kitchen where students will learn how to prepare meals and how to clean up and everything that goes with it. And here, right through here is the actual future kitchen for the students for their lunch. So we've removed a bunch of unworkable surfaces and replaced it with a new subfloor, and we're well on our way to providing the kitchen delivery service for the Argosy High School. Let's take a look through here, and we're going along. Essentially, it is what it is, right? So this was the cafeteria. This is going to remain the cafeteria. Down on the left is the elevator machine room. Down on the right is a bathroom set, as well as some storage area.